Hi everyone, it's Tea Time with Tina, and this is the second installment for this week because I was sick last week and I just didn't do it because I just got out of bed today. Um, the first topic, which I just posted the video, was on self love. Well, the second one here I pulled out is on teenage relationships. And this one was submitted to me in person by my son. And he's just curious about my views on teenage relationships. Well, it could be because he sees me as being old because I am his mother. But any relationship is important, whether it is teenage into adulthood, friendship into romantic. Every relationship you have is important. You either learn something from it or you teach something to someone else. Everything is a learning experience, in my opinion. I don't regret any of my past relationships because I learned something from them. I learned how to be stronger. I learned how to love me more. I learned what I deserved. And I learned that I was not going to put up with this from this person or that from that person or this from any person. I sometimes think teenage relationships are a little too dramatic. Excuse me while I scratch my eye. But that's just the teenage hormones running through them. Everything is so emotionally charged when you're a teenager because you have all these hormones running through you. And it's hard to think straight. A relationship is work. Anybody who tells you it's all the fairy tale, blah, 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 they need to shut the fuck up. Because a true relationship is no fairy tale. It is hard work. Both people have to work at it or it's not going to work. It takes two and it's a full-time job. And part of it's because people change every day. And if you do not pay attention to your partner, the person you're in a relationship with, you're not going to see the subtle changes or notice the things that need to be noticed. It's the little things. It's not the giant things like, oh, they changed their hair or they're wearing different style clothes or any of that. Yes, people want you to notice that about them if they're in a relationship with you. But it's, are they smiling less? Are they laughing less? Are there more awkward silences? Are y'all not communicating? Teenagers think love and sex are the same thing, generally. Not all teenagers, but in general, I'm stereotyping, sorry. I know a lot of adults that think the same thing. They're looking for love, but they're using sex to get it. Sex is not love. Now, sex can be something completely different if you're in love with the person, but that's a completely different video. I don't want to say don't take teenage relationships too serious because I think all relationships should be taken serious to a certain point. But if you're the one doing all the work and not getting any of the love, respect, any of that back, then you're beating your head against a brick wall because that relationship's not going to work. If all you do is fight and argue and break up and then the next day y'all decide to go back out again and then break up, and that's not a real relationship. A real relationship is where you have adult conversations about the real issues. For example, if you don't trust the person, how can you be with the person? If, you can't trust them to talk to the opposite sex, Or if you're in a gay lesbian relationship, you can't trust them to talk to the same sex, then you don't trust them. You can say, oh yeah, I trust them, I just don't trust everybody else. No, that's bull. Because if you trusted the person you're with, you would have no issues with who they spoke with, because you would know that they would not do anything to jeopardize your relationship. I'm not saying people are perfect by any means, but yes, they do make mistakes. People do screw up. But the thing is, you have to give that trust to get that trust. A true relationship is not 50-50. It's, you're giving 100%, they're giving 100%, and y'all are still having to work at it. Because you're not going to like every little thing about the person you love. But loving someone is not about liking everything. It's accepting them for who they are, flaws and all. So if you're a teenager and you watch this and you're in a relationship and all you do is fight all the time and then break up, but you don't think you can live without him or her, let me tell you, you can. If you're in a teenage relationship and you think, oh, she's just a crazy old lady, she don't know what she's talking about. You could probably be right, but, I was a teenager once, and I was in teenage relationships. I actually got married really young. No, I was not pregnant. But we are now divorced. But it's better that way, because we were always better friends than we were a couple, But we thought it was love. I thought I knew everything at that age. Didn't. I still don't. I learn something new every day. The best relationship advice I can give you is communication. Always be honest, but use your words wisely. Don't say, oh, you just drive me crazy. Say, it drives me crazy when you do this. If you're going to talk about a subject, stick to that subject. Don't be pulling shit from the past or what could happen in the future. Don't be throwing that in there. Just stick to one subject. Communicate honestly, without being cruel. Because there's a thin line between being completely, totally, brutally honest and being downright cruel. No one deserves to have someone that they love be cruel to them. No one. I don't care what they've done in the past. They are still a human being. They deserve honest, decent communication. If you like the videos, please subscribe, hit the like, thumbs up, check out the Facebook page, and submit your topic suggestions, and I will pull another one next week and hopefully be back on track on Wednesday. So I will see you then.